Before winter sets in, your soil needs mulch, a blanket, not a till. So in this video, I'm going to show you 4 different ways that you can put a blanket on your soil this winter so that your plants stay warm and cozy all year round. And next year in the spring, they come up, they're stronger and healthier than ever. Now a lot of these are things that you already have on your property or in your yard probably. And there is one where you do have to spend money, but the others are going to be free. So if you just remember, mulch before winter equals spring success. Now I live on the side of a mountain and it's a sandstone mountain. And so it's more important for me than ever to make sure that I have my soil covered over the winter and in the summer months. Now, this is what my soil looks like before I put mulch on it. You could literally make a sandcastle. It's dead. There's nothing alive in this soil. It's literally just sand. Now I'm going to take you into my food forest where it has been mulched heavily, and I also allow the leaves to mulch it from the trees as they fall throughout the year. Let me show you the difference between that soil, which is 10 feet outside of my food forest, to what my soil looks like here inside my food forest. This is my soil in my food forest. Look at how dark that is. It's still got moisture in it, and it's beautiful. When you cover your soil, you're protecting the microbiome within it, and that's the thing that helps your plants eat and thrive. They cannot get the soil nutrients that they need without the microorganisms that live within the soil. It's a partnership. So it is so important not just to keep them covered so that they're warm and their roots are all toasty throughout the winter, but so that we protect the soil life, so that we protect the earthworms and the bugs that live in the soil that are necessary, so that we protect the mycorrhizal fungi and all of those beneficial bacteria that's going to be in that soil, which helps feed your plants. First up, and the most readily available, I would assume, is grass clippings. So there's a couple of pine needles in here, but these are grass clippings, and you want to use them dry, and you want to spread them around the base of your plants and in your beds, and do it about 1 inch deep. And make sure that you're not, with any of these mulches, getting right up against the base of any of your trees or your shrubs or anything like that, but you are getting close to it, so leave about a 1 or 2 inch gap around them. But then protect that soil and put this down, and this will keep it nice and warm. It will also give it a good nitrogen boost as it composts throughout the winter. The next thing that you can use as a good mulch are pine needles. And pine needles get this rap of, if you want to have acidic soil, put pine needles underneath your blueberries, right? I've heard that time and time again, and that if you want to make your soil more acidic, make sure that you're mulching with pine needles, right? Well, that's actually not the case. They've done multiple studies on this, and if you mulch with pine needles, it actually neutralizes the soil. If you go into the forest around the base of pine trees and you test that soil underneath the years and years of mulch that's happened on its own, just falling from the tree, you'll see that that is the most neutral soil in the forest. So if you want to have neutral soil, pine needles are the way to go. Now the next thing that you can do is leaf mold. So all those fallen leaves that you get in the fall, I like to pile them up into rows and then go over them with the mower so that they get chopped up even finer, and then use that as a mulch around the base of all my plants, and I put it in my garden beds as well. Now that's going to give you enough chance for them to compost by spring and just really give a really great nutrient boost to your garden. It's not good to put leaf mold on your beds in the spring, because what's going to happen is that leaf mold, as it composts, it's actually going to suck up nitrogen and good minerals and nutrients from your soil as it composts and use it. And so your soil is actually going to lose that during the spring and the summer if you're leaf molding your beds then. So make sure you only do it in the fall so that it has a chance to completely compost, and everything that it would draw up, it then releases again by spring so that it's readily available for your plants. And then last but not least, we have wood mulch, and these are the wood chips, and these are my favorite. I love them because they compost as they go into the ground. They compost. They are adding nutrients to the soil. They are very thick. It's very hardy. It lasts a long time, and it's beautiful. If you get it dug into the dirt, it will start leaching out the nutrients, so make sure you're not getting dirt on top of it. But as it composts down, layer by layer, it will keep adding to it. So mulch on top, very good. Mulch dug into your dirt is not good. So those are the 4 different varieties of mulch that you can use. If you have one of those tools where you can throw branches and trees in it and it gives you your own free mulch, that's wonderful. I'm jealous. We do not. If we're going to do mulch, we do have to pay for it, and most people are going to have to do that. But these are products that you can find probably on your own property and use it to protect your plants and to feed them over the winter so that they are ready and going to be thriving starting fresh in the spring. And then, just as a bonus, another way that you can cover your soil is by using the chop and drop method. So if you have things in your garden like comfrey or other nitrogen builders and fixers, things like bean plants or pea plants or Siberian pea shrub or guomi or things like that, you can chop and drop those underneath your trees and your shrubs onto the soil, and they will add nitrogen back into the soil. Comfrey is going to add a lot of micronutrients and trace minerals back into the soil and feed that soil so that spring they're ready to go. But it's not going to be like a full mulch, probably, depending on how many plants that you chop and drop. So that's just a quick and easy thing that you can do to add some nutrients back to the soil so that they compost by spring. But ultimately, it's probably not going to be enough to be a full mulching system. So the absolute best method that you could use in order to make sure that you have the greatest chance of success in spring would be to put some compost down and then a layer of mulch and then water it in. And things are going to look beautiful in the spring if you do that. Your soil is alive, and mulch is your winter protection plan. If you like this video, I've got a wonderful video that goes along with this, and it's all about how to build up your soil to have the most amount of nutrients ready to go in spring. And I'm going to link that below. So check that out. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed.